floating in the garden again. There I am, picking up a feathery friend. If you've got an air of mystery and a head that's good with history, we'll be friends. What's that on your nose? Is that pollen? Surfing's getting loud. Rangers calling, could it be that we've fallen in love? Oh, your beauty taunts me, your dreams they haunt me. Won't you say you want me for the good times? Times that are special. Skip the essentials, it's the fundamentals that make us square. I'll see you there. I'll see you there. I'll see you there. That's called Pollen. This song is called Today. Today, it's the best day of my life so far. Today, it's been a very sexy kind of day. When I say sexy, I don't mean it in the kind of a way that could make a woman close her eyes and wish that she was far from me. Oh, not today, 'cause I've got a way out of yesterday. You see, I was a man of constant sorrows, living in a world with a furrowed brow. Watch me move, it's in a perfect circle, and I'm a big wheel now. Just hold on to me, and we'll roll away. Where do I start? I'm in love, and I'm a volcano, and I can burn everything in my path. I can never change, I can never change. I can never change, I can change. Today, today. Thank you. My baby's gone away, all through the night, gone today. Now when I next see her, I'm gonna hold her, and there'll be no cold shoulders on me. Not today, not today. Stay, why don't you stay? I can't have you away another day. Now there's something in me, the fever I'm in charge now. So stay, why don't you stay? When she's gone, this room's so empty, and the night's long and black. But when my baby comes around, I feel the sun shining on my back, and I turn around. Stay, why don't you stay? I can't have you away another day. Now I'm not gonna share you, and I'll take care of you today and always, today and always, today and always. Thank you. What is love without the giving? Without love, we're only living an imitation, an imitation of life. Stars above in flaming colors. Without love, it's so much duller. A false creation, an imitation of life. The song of the lark, it's not as sweet to me, and the moon's not as bright from above. The days seem gray and incomplete without the one that you love. Lips that kiss can tell you clearly. Without this, our lives are merely imitations, imitations of life. Thank you. No, that's actually an old 50s song that I pull out of nowhere. But here's the song. Here's a new one. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I think you've tricked my mind. The shadows are talking, and strange voices washing over Seen it in your eyes, all those moonbeams, spinning wheels, making dimes. The world could go broke tomorrow, but it's so sweet tonight. Tonight, tell that moon, sit and behave. Put it in your pocket and tuck it away. If tonight stays the same through tomorrow, I will know it in your eyes. So let them all laugh at this, 'cause they don't know the half of it. The half of it. The half of it. The half of it. Thanks.
Two's good. Two more's good.
Two more? Let's see. Do you have?
Dig in.
Yeah, I know that one. Let's see.
Do you have any leprechaun jokes?
I do actually. I don't want to do that one. Let me do John Gilmartin. John Gilmartin, he was a strong man till he fell down the stairs and got workman's comp. Now he lives alone, he's the oldest bachelor on the block of his far Rockaway home. Rockaway. Behind the door, ask you, is it? And they don't open up. They know John, but you can't be too careful. Can't be too careful. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be here when the sun comes up and the bar's lit out. Gas bill comes, he makes a call to his nephews in Port Chester Ride. Then comes a check and the promise of a visit some afternoon in the summertime. Scared old ladies from behind the door ask you, is it? And they don't open up. They know John, but you can't be too careful. You can't be too careful. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be here when the sun comes up and the bar's lit out. Thank you. Let's do one more song. Let's do some dads. Well, the war was declared over, but for him it just went on. Didn't talk about the past and the things that he had done. Because the ones that got it worse, he said, well, they just dig a hole. Spend the rest of your days like a miner trapped in coal. Now they put him out on the front lines, another teenage cannonball. And a couple of flashes later, just about killed him all. But there was one man left hiding, one that they must not have seen. He's got his hands over his mouth, trying not to breathe. And so they flew him down to Oklahoma and put him in a local VA. And the whole family came to visit, and the drive took up most of the day. To see him wrapped up like some mummy, yeah, that put the chill in us all. He said, I think I see his shadow, and it's moving across the wall. That's when everybody starts crying, yeah, we're all losing our shit. And we found a couple of medals at the bottom of his shaving kit. He said, none of this means nothing. Come on, people, get that out of your head. But nobody answered him back. We made a circle and we prayed on the bed. A couple months after rehab, give a week or two, well, they brought back his eyes and a new world came into view. I see a flower dress there lying in the corner of his old bedroom. And a couple of months later, meet the bride and groom. When they started their fighting, it was almost fair. Fighting with each other till one of them's not there. Cause the ones that got it worse, he said, well, they just dig a hole. Spend the rest of their days like a miner trapped in coal. He's gonna spend the rest of his days like a miner trapped in coal. Thank you. Thanks.
What tuning is that I gotta get out of?
Oh, here, let me get it back in.
Friends of Dee's Country Cocktail Lounge, that's Mr. J.P. Olson, songwriter,
traveler coming through town. Those of you out there in internet land, this is J.P. Olson, and we're going to tune this guitar and I'll play some songs for you. Thank you. All right, happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Let's start with a song called Peace of Mind. I'm ahead of my time and behind the times at the same time. Oh, time doesn't give a damn about me. In these times, we don't all have to walk the same line, except when looking each other in the eye. Nobody wants to wake up angry. Nobody wants to go to bed insane. Nobody really wants you to suffer. Nobody wants anybody to be in pain. For whatever you truly want for another, you may have yourself someday. Talking vengeance, lies, and bad math. Time will tell on you. And your greedy, greedy friends telling the same lies again and again. All time will have its way with all of you. Nobody wants to wake up angry. Nobody wants to go to bed insane. Nobody really wants you to suffer. Nobody wants anybody to be in pain. For whatever you truly want for another, you may have yourself someday. I wanna say this anytime, not just today, not just tonight, and not yesterday, not just tomorrow. I want you to have the same peace of mind that I wish for myself. I want you to have the same peace of mind that I wish for myself. I want you to have the same peace of mind that I wish for myself. I want you to have the same peace of mind that I wish for myself. I want you to have the same peace of mind that I wish for myself. Good morning, friends out there. Good to have Mr. J.P. Olson passing through town. my favorite songwriters. I would direct all of you out there in internet land to try to find some of his songs, but it's nearly impossible. He's that mysterious. I've covered a few of his songs on my records, though. Play one of them for you now. This is an old country waltz of his. It's called Don't Walk Alone. And I do his songs way differently than he does them. In tribute. I've stolen so much from him. And now he wanders homeless across the country, looking for a couch. I've taken him in. But we have limited time here, limited time. If anybody back there at the bar needs to have a songwriter, I know we all put songwriters up on the couch from time to time. He's on my mini couch. It's kind of a hobbit couch I got. At the beginning of the pandemic, I ordered a couch online, and I thought it was normal sized. And it showed up in a box, and it was just like a tiny couch, so hopefully that's going to be okay for you, man. A whisper of a diamond cuts into the crowd. When that money talks, I think she's too loud. Well, I'm not a carpenter, but I know a line. And I wouldn't draw one, 'cause I'm not that kind. But I'll take you home. I'll take you home. Don't walk alone. Some men are boys who make the same mistakes. They try to hide it all behind that little boy's face. With a new set of eyes, you surely will see the same old boy that I used to be. Then I'll take you home. I'll take you home. Don't walk alone. Don't walk alone. 'Cause I'll take you home. I'll take you home. Don't walk alone. I wrote a bridge. And I have been watching you all afternoon. The rough hands of the drunkards and what they might do. Yeah, but I've not been drinking. My eyes got it right. And I stay stone sober till you're out of sight. Or I'll take you home. I'll take you home. Don't walk alone. Don't walk alone. 'Cause I'll take you home. I'll take you home. Don't walk alone. Don't walk alone. 'Cause I'll take you home. I'll take you home. Don't walk alone. Thank you. That's a song by J.P. Olson. I don't say that every time I play it, though. You know, I just let people think that I wrote it. It's the Nashville way. You know, yeah, this is my truck I'm singing about. Well, I've just been visiting my dad down in Georgia. He's 96 years old, and been singing him some songs. It's just warm enough now that I want to sing a song that I've been singing to him. And we grew up north. He's from Albany, New York, actually. And grew up in Ohio a little bit. And he now, like much of my family, lives down south. And I'm going to sing a song about Southern folks, written by a man from New York City, actually. And just the way it is, you know? Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama's good-looking child. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Spread out your wings and take to the sky. But until that morning, you better hush now, little baby. For your mama and your dad are standing by. summertime. And the living is easy. Catfish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Spread out your wings and take to the sky. But until that morning, you better hush now, little baby. For your mama and your daddy are standing by. Yeah, right? Okay, yeah. It's good. I recorded that song yesterday at my dad's nursing home, and he sang along with me for a part of it. And I wasn't sure if he was listening or not, and then he started singing along. It was kind of important. So cheers to you, Dad. Cheers to all your moms and dads out there. All right. Now let's move to Las Vegas. Just temporarily, so. Play a song about 4 wild women. This is like another one of those songs where I'm basically just looking at JP's life and kind of writing about him and the characters he consorts with, living vicariously through you. Seriously, though, he needs a job. If anybody out there is hiring college professorial types, JP Olson. You can find him at you really don't say at gmail.com. I'm all right. The song's called The Four Queens. Skipped all the good stuff. She took straight up with the pills. But now she's underneath the table, licking dollar bills. Took you to the country, you will never win. When the queen of clubs just can't get clean. You're gone. She traded silver, traded up for gold. when the dirt got too old. She'll make you travel, 'cause you know just what it means. Said the Queen of Space lives in New Orleans. You've gone too far with your money, far enough with your clothes. Put your rings up in the air so that everybody knows. All you wanted to go second class. What did you expect? I said the Queen of Diamonds is a long train wreck. Every now and then you're satisfied until the end. Then all the king's horses trample over you again. You may look forever, but you will not collect when the Queen of Hearts is at the bottom of the deck. I said the Queen of Hearts is at the bottom of the deck. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. Just warm enough. Playing a lot with the band lately. Tonight we're going back to the old ways, the comfort ways. But we stepped in the studio a couple days ago and recorded this song. Some folks wrote a bunch during the pandemic. Some folks chilled out a bit. I'm part of the first camp. I got a lot of work done, and this is one of the songs I wrote one morning. It's called Here For You. And I hear you talking, my mind is hopping. We all have our days, our wandering ways. If you are the sweetest, then I'm just the beast who loves you still. Say what you will. I'm alone, waking up early. I'm gonna write you a letter. I know your dad doesn't mean it, and I hope he feels better. We have our daughter, she's mostly water and fire too. She's just like you. When she gets honest and drops truth upon us, we look at each other, love one another. I fell asleep with the lights on, and it's no wonder. Anyone walking the dog's path can see that I'm under the weather. Keeps changing, but I'm always here for you. No matter what you told your friends, I'm always here for you. Even when I'm gone, let the rain be our song. When you're torn, your rosebud and thorn, forever and more, I'm always here for you. A short one. Cheers. Taking a page out of JP's book, just a short song there. And seems to work out, just to get the point across and not have too much jammity jam going on. Now return, with the band, and we will jam in between the verses. But lyrically, I just want to get right to the point. This is a song I wrote for songwriters. I started this one in Okima, Oklahoma, birthplace of Woody Guthrie. And I finished it in Kansas City at this thing called the Folk Alliance. And I do quote a few Townes Van Zandt song titles in this tune. And we'll send it out to JP and all you songwriters out there on the planet. There's a song called Burning Star. I heard your voice out in the parking lot. It was 3 a.m. The bar doors are all locked. A bottle was passed with an old guitar, and you conjured the sound of a burning star. Burning star. Burning star. The night sky spits fire wherever you are. And wherever you are is another place you'll never be again. We can all see hell dancing in your eyes as you're crossing the pond, tossing out your lines. You might reel one in, but you'll never get far, only warmed by the embers of a burning star. Burning star, burning star, scattering ashes over battle scars. Burning star, burning star, the night sky spits fire wherever you are. And wherever you are is another place you'll never be again. Listening to you now in this hotel room. You're singing two girls of some lonesome tune. I only see a shadow of who you really are, just ash and smoke signals from a still burning star. Burning star, burning star, the night sky spits fire wherever you are. Burning star, scattering ashes over battle scars. And wherever you are, there you go. And wherever you go, there you are. And wherever you are is another place you'll never be again. Thanks so much. All right. Trying to think of how many St. Patrick's tunes I know, and I think the answer is not many, really. I mean, I know the map of Ireland is like dented into my face from all those wipeouts, but I guess I got a tune that has some Irish picking in it. I set off into the cave outside New Straitsville, Ohio. Tommy, hey, to write a tune. I was gonna write a classic Americana tune. I was all set. I was like, I'm going to write a coal mining disaster song. I get in there, I'm like, I don't know jack shit about coal mining. Not a single thing. And I'm not about to look it up on my phone and make it rhyme. There's a particular coal mining disaster that happened in this cave in New Straitsville, Ohio. But I just went the narcissistic, singer-songwriter route, and I just wrote about myself, which is something I also barely understand. But this tune came out of it, and it does mention moonshine, so there's that. And it does have some Irish picking in it. And now every time I go near this region, they supply me with moonshine. Yeah. And I just package it up and I send it to Tommy Womack's house. And Tommy Womack's songwriter from Nashville, well, it's from Bowling Green, Kentucky, I believe. But he lives here in Tennessee. And he puts it in his Corvette, actually, and drives it around. It's amazing. This is the old New Straitsville Blues. And happy St. Patrick's Day to you. As soon as the set's done, JP's gonna get up here and tell you some of those great leprechaun jokes that he has. They're family jokes. Broke down again on a refugee road with smoke coming out of the hood. And the man at the station says I might be broke down for good. The corn was high and so was I, between the smoke and the shine and the pills. I put my thumb out on a Route 33 for a ride through the Hawking Hill. And I get tired of these hard times, paying the traveler's dues. I'm gonna settle down in a southern town with the old New Straitsville Blues. I circled back to Circleville to find me a girl or two. One of them wouldn't jump out of the fire, and I knew what I had to do. Yes, I put my knee down on the frozen ground and I stole that girl from town. Nobody cares to see my face when I come back around. But I get tired of these hard times, paying the traveler's dues. I'm gonna settle down in a southern town with the old New Straitsville, old New Straitsville Blues. Way Irish. So many miles behind me, how many more to go? Last night somebody offered the jug. I said, no son, I've had enough. I've had enough of your hard times, paying the traveler's dues. I'm gonna settle down in a southern town with the old New Straitsville Blues. Yes, I've had enough of these hard times, paying the traveler's dues. I'm gonna settle down in a southern town with the old New Straitsville, old New Straitsville Blues. so much. All right. That concludes the Irish portion of the set. I was a street musician over there for a long time. I was this same guitar, wandering around, hitchhiking around Ireland a lot with 2 Scandinavian women. Oh, sweet Jesus. Don't get me started. That was 2 or 3 decades ago. At the time, there was this guy named John Prine who was playing over in Galway. It turns out he was meeting his wife there, and he'd been hanging out in the songwriter scene there. And I'd heard a lot about songwriters going there, like Steve Earle and Townes Van Zandt and the like. And I head there for the Galway Arts Festival where Mr. John Prine was playing. And I went backstage to find him, to stalk him, and talk about him, and talk to him, and, just kind of sort it out, right? So I get back there, and I meet John Prine. And I tell him that I've been traveling around playing a lot of Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee songs, and some Hank Williams and some Bob Dylan, and the street fare basically, and he tells me, well, you should write your own songs. I said, all right, I'm gonna do that. I walk out of there feeling pretty good. I see he plays his set, but then I don't really recognize the tunes. It turns out later, it's just some guy who likes to say that he was John Prine. That's the guy I met backstage at this bar. This guy used to pretend, basically, and he had an Irish accent, for one. Didn't even look like John Prine. But I didn't know that. I was young and impressionable. Just kind of like sort it out. So, years later, when I finally met the real one, I told him this story. And he's like, oh, you met Johnny. So there was this character. It's basically this guy who used to like to pretend to, he liked to tell people he was John Prine. And, that happens sometimes, right? You with me out there? Well, I wrote this tune for John Prine, and I wrote it on the night he passed, actually. It's pretty safe to say that he's a massive influence on not only all songwriters around the planet, but just human beings in general. But this one's on the most recent album I made, and this is a tune. It's called Voice on the Radio. There's a souvenir for every joint you played, from Chicago to Galway town, where lovers are laughing as they lay each other down to your voice on the radio. Calm and sweet and a cool and low, voice on the radio gets you by. There's a full moon over Nashville, the streets are nearly quiet, save the barking dogs and the occasional siren, and your voice on the radio, calm and sweet and a cool and low, voice on the radio gets you by. There's a souvenir for every joint you played, from Chicago to Galway town, where lovers are laughing as they lay each other down to your voice on the radio. calm and sweet and a cool and low voice on the radio helps you cry. Well, tonight I cannot hold you close. There's a lockdown on the land. Someday we gonna raise a glass and play one with the band. Sing the one about paradise or the way that the world goes around. You may toss your burden when you hear the sound of his voice on the radio. Calm and sweet and a cool and low voice on the radio gets you by. Now when you're down at the bottom, no one to turn to, I know one solution to lift you from your blues. His voice on the radio, calm and sweet and a cool and low voice on the radio helps you cry. Voice on the radio, calm and sweet and cool and low voice on the radio gets you high. Bless John Prime. Always feels good to put those records on. The big honor this week, I was playing cards with my daughter. She asked me to put some music on. I put on a local songwriter, Aaron Ray. She had a beautiful new album. So lovely. And we've been listening to a lot around the house. And as that one ended, side one, she's like, Dad, can you put some Beatles on? I was like, my work is done. Sure you don't want to hear the Stones? No, she wanted to hear the Beatles. And that was the first. That happened this week. I just want to say it's kind of a celebratory moment for me. As it turns out, she's kind of a rubber soul girl, which is cool. But I want to play a new one here that I've been working on. Some of my songwriting heroes are here. I know it's weird to play like do a magic trick before it's kind of finished, but this is just something. Does anybody here like bluegrass music? Like into bluegrass music? Anybody here, you guys? Kentuckians? Yeah, okay, all right. All right, cool. All right, well, this comes from Love and Experience right here, this song. Actually, all I have is a chorus. I'm just going to play the chorus. You tell me what you're feeling. To be a great bluegrass player, you have to be a bit of a dick. Not feeling it? To be a great bluegrass player, you have to be a bit of a dick. No? Okay. Let's just start at the top, shall we? Bill Monroe, founding father from Rosine, Kentucky. Some of you may know this, but you know, when Bill used to travel around town in between his opera gigs, he would challenge the local tough guy in the town to a boxing match and often kick his ass. Yeah. And then the next day in the town square, he would offer your child a quarter. Genius man. To be a great bluegrass player, you have to be a bit of a dick. I'm leaning into it now. Dr. Ralph Stanley. often would say that his music was more mountain music, more hill music, you know, from the Clinch Mountains of Virginia. But I have some personal experience with the Doctor myself. One is I made the mistake of not calling him a doctor, and he was pissed off. Too soon? Just remember, this is going out on the internet. This is my career we're talking about here. This will be out there forever. One time, I was opening up for Dr. Ralph, who apparently has a doctorate in total surliness and also flirting with people's girlfriends, because he says to my girlfriend, hey, little girl, you like camping? You want to sleep under a star? That's a true story. To be a great bluegrass player, you have to be a bit of a dick. I'm talking about the greats here, not all my friends that are consummate, brilliant bluegrass players. Third verse only has 2 words. Ricky Skaggs. To be a great bluegrass player, you have to be a bit of a dick. All right, just try to understand where I'm coming from here. It's coming from a place of love and respect. All right, you don't insult or make fun of anything correctly unless you truly love it as well. Yeah. You'll never hear me say one negative thing about my all-time hero, the great Doc Watson. Well, there was this one time, all right? Just check this out. No, Doc Watson, I have in the strange position of being grateful that Doc was blind. That time I was backstage at this bar in Dayton, Ohio. It was called the Canal Street Tavern. J.P. Olson was there. And, you know, backstage at a lot of rock and roll clubs, I can only imagine it's the boys in the band that like to draw this one appendage on the wall. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, there was just all these, you know, on the wall. And I was just grateful that Doc was blind. He couldn't see any of them. Yeah. The second time I was grateful that I was blind is when I got caught sneaking into Merlefest. I was grateful that Doc was blind because they caught me in the river there, and I got busted. And as they were walking me back to the gate, I was like, I'll do anything. I'll wash dishes, whatever I got to do, whatever I got to do. And they walked me up to Doc Watson. He said, hello, son. I said, I'm sorry, Doc. He said, that's all right. I understand. Probably a guitar player, right? Yeah. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. The whole thing started because at the Bluegrass Center in Columbus, Ohio, where the old men used to gather every Saturday and teach bluegrass and jam. I'd go down there and I'd play with them. And I'd walk up to the C chord. And they'd be, son, we don't walk up to the C chord. This is bluegrass music. This ain't no John Denver hippie shit. What are you doing? I'd be like, all right, sorry, man. I didn't realize there was rules. And, you know, I learned from these old guys what to do. You don't walk up to the 4 chord. And that first day I walked out of there, I noticed they had a sticker on the doorway, and the sticker was a picture of Bela Fleck with a line right through his face, and it said, Mama don't allow no Fleck tones playing around here. So I beg you to sing with me this beautiful chorus. To be a great bluegrass player, you have to be a bit of a dick. You know what I'm talking about. The greats. Be a great bluegrass player, you have to be a bit of a dick. Thanks for singing with me. Just help me one time. We're going to wrap this up. Just help me bend the dick. To be a great bluegrass player, you have to be a bit of a dick. All right, I'll work on it. I love that guy. Love and respect. All right, this is about from Love and Respect. I'll let that one go for a few years. Gotta get back on the horse. There's some brilliant musicians coming in here to play tonight, and I just wanted to get back on the horse with that tune. It's going to the top of the charts, whether you believe it or not. You know, it's all there is to it. Sam Bush will be in the video with me. I'm gonna have him punch me a couple of times just on the video. Here's another tune by J.P. Olson. Don't want to hear about your frustration. I don't want to hear about another's reaction. Painting this picture of a dark old world, standing in the middle of it. God might tell you 'cause God don't lie, but you might have to wait till the day you die. I don't blame you, get a little impatient, 'cause you're looking for the truth, which way he went. Since he's been gone, since he's been gone, nothing has changed. Yeah, nothing has changed. Yeah, 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 yeah. Gold is golden, silence is nothing, but you wanna put your fingers onto something. He tells you this is solid and this is real, but when he don't answer back, you're gonna know how he really feels. Well, I heard you talk about the lover untrue, then you run right back to the one who robbed you. I know it's not my place to say, but I can't believe you treat your own self that way. Since he's been gone, since he's been gone, nothing has changed. Yeah, nothing has changed. Thank you. Well, cheers, everybody. We got a lot of pickers coming up to play tonight, and I'm going to play one more song. Another tune I wrote for the great Elmore James. Unless my friends from Bloomington have a request. Do you want to hear that bluegrass player song again? Yeah. If anybody wants to work on the co-write with me on that one, tell me some stories about some of your friends. Let's work them right in there. Love and respect. Elmore James, quite an electric blues man, a country blues man. Played a fish fry, played a church gathering, all by himself, and just kicked much ass, I'm sure. And you can hear it on record now, but I wrote kind of an acoustic country blues tune for him. Last time I played it was in Florida. Good old Florida, going back. I get to return to Florida next month and play this place called Stinky's Bait Shack. That's the name of the gig. And it is a bait shack. And you will go fishing. So I have won the music business. I get to go play Stinky's Bait Shack in Florida and go fishing. Unless you guys want to open a bait shack up in Bloomington. Yeah. the hair more there. I got it. Thanks, Aubrey. I'm good. You know I love bluegrass, right? Okay. It's on the internet forever. So lucky. Forever. You know, shit. I would love to watch Dave Chappelle just bomb one night, you know, with some material that just went, whew. You know, I play that song in Kentucky, they love it. Indiana, they don't like it. They freak, they're like, nope, it's not cool, man. You don't know what you're talking about. Ohio, it works in Ohio. This is Elmore James. A lot of racket being made in the world today, and these drum machines all sound the same. I think I hear a song. Is it a song or is it just fun and games? Call me old-fashioned or behind the times. The one who got the ass shaking every night was Elmore James. Elmore James. Elmore James. Elmore James. Get a little sip of whiskey, put the lights down low, drop a clean needle on the stereo, grab her by the belt buckle, call out a name, give her a kiss, spin her around. Soon you wanna go downtown to see Elmore James. Elmore James. Elmore James. Elmore James. Dust my broom, sweep the floor. The waitress just danced out the door. The boss man said she had to catch a midnight train. Some girls like to keep it clean, some girls like to get down and mean to Elmore James. Elmore James. Elmore James. Elmore James. A lot of racket being made in the world today, and these drum machines all sound the same. I think I hear a song. Is it a song or is it just fun and games? Call me old-fashioned or behind the times. The one who got the ass shaking every night was Elmore James. Call me old-fashioned or behind the times. The one who got the ass shaking every night was Elmore James. Elmore James. Elmore James. Elmore James. Thanks so much, friends. Have a beautiful St. Patrick's Day.